Hey everybody, Sammy here at SFI Sports Cards back with another video. Today is February 23rd. We're going to get right into it. We're going to do my 8th SGC reveal today. So yeah, we got this Boca box back from SGC. 6 cards only this time. I like submitting less because it gives me more cards to submit in the future. And also I can hopefully keep the video times more reasonable. 5 of these 6 players are first time submissions for me. And only 2 out of 6 are repeated sets that I've submitted in the past. So glad that there's something new here for this one. I like to spread my submissions out, for variety. Not sending in multiple cards of the same player, the same sets, or the same years. That's just my preference and how I submit. So, yeah, this submission box took 8 days, including a weekend. They received it on the 8th of February, and it arrived to me on the 15th. So, great job, SGC. If you are considering doing some grading, then SGC is a great option. Grading is fun, it's exciting, it's always important to tell yourself, grade what you want. Don't get caught up into thinking your cards aren't good enough, or if you plan on showing on video, maybe you think that no one will like what you submitted. You know what? Who cares? You shouldn't try to impress people in this hobby by submitting or even collecting what you think other people will like. You're doing a disservice to yourself. And if you go that direction, maybe the hobby isn't as fun for you as it used to be. So make it fun for you first and foremost. Okay, got that message out of the way. Let's look at some cards. I am going to take some time to open this up, because who knows how long it will take. So, I'm going to cut away here just for a second, and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. And that took a little longer than I wanted it to, so glad I cut away there for a second. But we have the newer SGC sticker that they provide now. And love how they have the rubber bands, because that provides me with rubber bands that I can submit in the future, holding my card together. Invoices on the bottom, we'll get rid of that. Like I said, I haven't seen these grades yet, so not really sure what order I want to put these in. Let's see. I think this one might be. Whoops, that's a good start. It's good to throw your cards around before you actually look at them, But, yeah. Everything got graded, which is great. I think this is the order. Not that it really matters, but, yeah. So let's get into it. First card that I got for you, or for me as well. We have a 2002 Bowman Miguel Cabrera, card number 245. This is like a pre-MLB debut card. This is pack pulled from about 2 years ago. Love the look on this one. It has that light blue, a bit of an aqua border on the front and back. along with the black, and that matches up really well with his Marlins uniform. From what I remember, there's a slight scratch on the lower part of the front. Sorry about this glare. It's bad, I know. But I'll show you that when we look at the front. This is my second Cabrera card that I've submitted. First one was this 2012 Topps Finest Green Refractor, which got a Gem Mint 10. That was submitted last year. That one is an awesome one. This one is from, numbered 199. So that's a cool one. So, take a look at what we got on this one. We pulled a 9.5. Which is awesome. And I'm going to show you, I think, where that scratch was, if I can remember. Right there. You can see it. So maybe that had something to do with not getting a Gem Mint 10, but 9.5 I will take any day of the week. This card looks awesome. And, you know, I think that Cabrera, he gets a little lost in the pack as far as debuting around the same time as Pujols and Ichiro. You know, this guy is a beast. One of the great right-handed hitters in history. Now, here's a little fact for you. Now, Cabrera was traded from Miami to Detroit in 2008. He played mostly the corner outfield positions and third base in Miami. And then Detroit moved him to first base exclusively his first 4 years. He only played third base 14 times, all in his first year in Motown. Well, in 2012, Detroit signed Prince Fielder and put Cabrera at third base, a position he hadn't played in over 3 years. And he wasn't DHing. He played 154 games at third in 2012 and 145 games in 2013. And how did he respond? He won MVP in both seasons and won the Triple Crown in 2012. First time anyone did that in 45 years. Oh, and another thing, Detroit won the division both years and went to the World Series in 2012. So that just goes to show he's got more versatility than people think. Well, he did back in his younger years, as this year will be his last. So, and especially for being quite a large man at the time. So, yeah. That's an awesome card right there. Moving on. We're going to go to 1986/87, and we have a Topps Mario Lemieux, card number 122. This is his second year. Love this card. I actually prefer the image on this one over his rookie card. Which I'll show here in a second. I don't have the rookie, but I'll show you this one. If I remember, top to bottom, you can see he's slightly off center, but it's going to look great in this slab. So, what do we get? We get a 7.5. See, like love this image right here. I haven't seen too many images of players on the bench as far as hockey goes. But, yeah, this card's sick. Yeah, I'm not one to say who, like, the best of all time is in any sport, because Not really into comparing eras. Too many variables, different equipment, rules, training styles, technology, nutrition plays a part. I mean, let's say Mike Trout, if he played in 1920, he wouldn't be 6'2", 235. Just no one was back then. But yeah, Lemieux was one of the most physically and mentally talented players in the league. Just an amazing career. So, pretty cool to get that one slabbed. I like it. Okay, next we have a really cool one here. This is the 1984 Topps Tiffany Dave Winfield of number 460. This one is a beauty. Was on my watch list for close to 5-6 months. The seller chopped the price in half, so I jumped on it. I thought it was a gorgeous looking card. I love a lot of the 80s sets, and the Tiffany versions are some of my favorites. Love the deep, bright colors on the back, along with the glossy, sharp colors that jump out on the front. And there wasn't too many glaring issues on this one. It's a tremendous looking card of a highly talented player who was, effective for a long time. Well into his late 30s and 40s. So let's check this one out. Get an 8.5 on the Tiffany. Now, everyone knows Winfield's talents, his athleticism on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Well, I don't know about the side of the ball. That's more football jargon, I guess. But he was one of those players that, especially early in his career and in his prime, was considered, if you watch a game, one of the best players on the field at the time. I remember hearing a lot of players envying his tools as a player. And as a Yankee fan, he was one of my favorite players growing up. So I enjoy collecting his cards. So here is the 84 Topps Tiffany Dave Winfield. I love this design. I love 80s stuff, especially like the mid, like the 84, 85, 86 part of the decade. So that's an awesome one. Next, what do we want to go to next? How about 2018? We have something more little recent. Topps Update Shohei Ohtani rookie card, the US 1. This is his base pitching rookie card. I've had this card for a while and saw it in my collection and decided to send it in. Nothing wrong with submitting any type of Ohtani rookie card or any Ohtani in general, to be honest. For years and years to come, Ohtani's name will be holding a weight in baseball, sports card collectors, and the hobby. So he's a player that doesn't come around often, and a talent we probably won't see for a while, as far as being able to pitch and hit at a elite level. Thought this card was great looking, so send it in and let's see how we did. We gem mint the Ohtani. That is pretty awesome. Yeah, terrific version of this card. Why don't you just give me the pristine 10? Just, if it's that good, just give me the pristine 10. But that's alright. Well, it's more than alright. It is a gem mint 10. A lot more modern cards that have the higher quality, compared to the print runs, the number of the print runs, so compared to that of vintage. So, I think that's an obvious statement. So I was kind of prepared that I'd get a decent grade on this one. And, yeah, I guess so. So, yeah, I can say I got a Gem Mint Ohtani in my collection. So, very happy about that card. Couple more here. So that was 2018, which is relatively new. Let's go to 1954 Bowman. I have an Allie Reynolds. Card number 113. Thought this card looked pretty decent. Man, this glare is just out of control. Sorry about that, but yeah, looks really good especially for a 54 Bowman. I've submitted one other Bowman 54, and it was this Richie Ashburn that came back. Submitted that mid last year. That card's pretty awesome as well. But I plan on submitting at least one Yankee card as a Yankee fan per order in the future. I like to submit players from their championship years, which is, there's plenty of them. But more of the, I guess, great postseason performers. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what we get. We pull a 6, which is fantastic. Look at this card. Just a beauty. Terrific image of the one they call Super Chief, which was a nickname given by Yankee broadcaster Mel Allen after Reynolds was the first AL pitcher to throw 2 no-hitters in a season in 1951. He was part of the 5 consecutive world champion Yankees from 1949 to 1953. And that great starting staff, along with hobby favorite Eddie Lopat and Vic Raschi. I need to get some Vic Raschi cards. I'd like to get one of each, at least one of each of the 3 Yankee starters from that era. Tremendous postseason pitcher. He was 7-2 with a 2.79 ERA. Had 5 complete games in his career in the postseason. One of the more clutch pitchers in Yankees franchise history. Allie Reynolds. That is a terrific looking card. My last card here before we're finished here. We have the 1971 OPC Joe Morgan, card number 264. Look at the back of this thing. Been trying to acquire more and more 71s for baseball, but I prefer the OPC versions other than the tops. The backs of these cards are just so much more appealing to me. I like the brighter yellows as opposed to the drab looking green of the tops. But that's just my opinion. This is my second entry for 1971 OPC. First being this Bob Gibson from my last submission. Scored 5 on that beauty. Love that card. Yeah, so, but you do run the risk when you're submitting, because these OPCs they had less quality control on these Canadian versions, as they were cut different. They used a wire compared to a blade, which Topps use, so you might see some fraying on the edges of OPC cards, especially the older ones around this era. But I do like digging around for good versions of these 71 OPCs. Thought this one looked great. I remember there being a corner issue on the front. Top front. Can't remember which corner. But didn't stand in my way of submitting this beauty, so let's see how we do. We get a 5, which is a very good grade as far as 71 OPCs. Look at the centering on this thing. There is the corner issue. And as you can see, the edges, you can tell, look at them. Rough around the edges, but that is fine because the surface looks great. Terrific card in my opinion, and the 5 is just about right. I don't mind it at all. Wonderful card. Terrific image. You got a Jerry Grody here. He makes an appearance on this card, so Mets fans will appreciate this card as well. You know, I don't really think Joe Morgan is underrated. Some people might think that, but I think he's more just overlooked. Let's say. Easily a top 10, top 7 second baseman all time. You can even put him top 5 maybe. And trust me when I say this, that position, second base, is stacked when talking about all-time best. He had about a 7-year run that was just elite. You know, probably could have been considered best player in the league. And his analytical numbers are way up there. Because he used to walk a lot, played great defense, stole a lot of bases, hit home runs, hit for average, so he did it all. So, glad to nab that card up for my collection. But yes, there you go. My 6 cards. And we are under 25 minutes, which is a shocker to me. Because I can go on and on about this stuff. But, yeah. Love the whole grading process. You know, it's not for everyone, but I guess don't knock it until you've tried it. I love ungraded cards as well. I have many in my collection that are grade worthy, but, you know, I like them the way they are. They don't need to get them all graded. They look terrific without a holder, too. So, hope you made it through this video. Leave some comments, leave a like if you've seen anything here today that you enjoyed. My contact info, and there's a link to the merch store in the description box. Have a great day, and I will be back soon with more card content here in the future. Stay safe, everyone, and good luck with the cards and all other things to do with your collecting. Appreciate you guys sticking around, and talk soon. Be safe.